I want to talk about ketosis and pregnancy. Is it safe? Sometimes you hear this idea that going on a ketogenic diet is not healthy for someone who's pregnant or breastfeeding. Let's take a look at the data. The conventional school of thought is that we all need to be on at least 175 grams to 300 plus grams of carbs every single day. And that includes women who are pregnant. They, someday I'm going to find out who they is, recommend 45 to 65% of all your calories should be carbohydrates. Also, they say that ketones could affect the fetal brain development. So I kind of pulled a string on this to find out where this came from. And it really was based on one study in 1969 that measured the urine ketones, not the blood ketones, at one time, not multiple times, during labor, okay? It wasn't tested throughout the entire pregnancy. It was just tested during the labor. And this is correlated somehow through the child's IQ. Of course, there was no follow-up studies to confirm the outcome. But here's the thing. My wife gave birth to 3 kids. She went through an average labor lasting, I don't know, somewhere between 15 to 20 hours each, okay? But I want to tell you, when a woman goes through labor, she's not usually hungry. In fact, she usually does not have an appetite. She's usually either in some serious pain or feeling nauseous, but she's usually not eating when she's going through labor. Now, when you're not eating, guess what? You're generating ketones, okay? So that's really where that's coming from. In fact, as a side note, all of you women watching right now, make a note down in the comment section and tell me what you ate while you were going through labor, if anything. So that's what this whole concept is based on, this one study. It's actually very natural for a pregnant woman to make ketones, even more ketones than when she's not pregnant, even if the carbs are a bit higher. What you have to realize is that ketosis, especially nutritional ketosis, it's not diabetic ketoacidosis, which is a completely different thing where you don't take your insulin and you have massively high levels of blood sugar and very high ketones and your urine is very acid and your blood starts becoming very acidic. That is completely different than what happens when you're pregnant. The problem with pregnancy and doing a high-carb diet is that you increase the risk of gestational diabetes and you greatly affect the health of that child down the road. It is vitally important to eat extremely healthy and not to overdo it with those carbs when you're pregnant. Anyway, if you haven't seen my video on what to eat if you're pregnant, I put that link down below. So if you're enjoying my content, which I hope you are, and you're applying this knowledge to your health, and you have a success, I would really appreciate you sharing your success story. So click the link down below to my website where you can upload your success story so you can help inspire others.